We have to go. Nick actually left probably, I don't know, for a little bio break or a snack whatsoever, so I'm pretty much alone, but I have to already go in because look what they do. They really want to know it. They really want to know it. They're going so fast into the next draft, which I like, but from the other teams today we were completely used to the fact that yeah, they take their time between games, 3, 5, 10 minutes, something like that, smoke a break, but they're already drafting the maps, and, well, Sky Temple it is, it's just as good as anything. Of course, it's not a cursed hollow, so Nick, we are happy, and I saw in the webcam that you are coming back.
Yeah, had to use the washroom real quick. I mean, it was a 24-minute game, so my bad for kind of stepping away there. But, yeah, glad to be back, and glad to get into this next draft here. Do we have a link? Let's see. We do.
Yes, it's already on stream even.
Oh man, I am way behind here.
Yeah, it's the first time today that I'm not the one behind, but it's good. I can already tell you what they drafted. Abathur, again banned, just like last time. So Liquid, they watched too many VODs of Gamers2. They know the Abathur is always an option, and if Abathur is coming out, it's like a, I don't know, formidable adversary apparently. Kerrigan, the same ban again by Gamers2, so mirror ban so far. Illidan being picked by Team Liquid on a Sky Temple map. That's everything standard so far.
Yeah, I mean, Kerrigan's still a very, very strong pick on Sky Temple as well. That roaming potential and some of those really nice choke points around the boss pit where you can really ambush a team and get a really nice AoE combo in there. But we do have that first pick onto Illidan from Team Liquid doing so well in the last game, and we're going to have a follow-up pick from Gamers2, the second pick on Jaina, and we'll have to see what the other pick here is. I'm really curious to see what they join with the Jaina.
Get the Uther, prevent Team Liquid from getting that Uther with the Illidan combination. I mean, they had to experience, like, learn it the hard way once. I don't think you should let it through twice.
Yeah, but it's actually going to be the ETC, and they are separating another strong synergy there with the Illidan. The stage dive proving to be so very strong in the last game, and yeah, stage dive is a very, very strong heroic on this map, so I really like the ETC pickup, to be honest. It might give Team Liquid the Uther here, but ETC, I don't mind it as well. So.
Yep, for me all looks good, but like the probability that the Uther is coming now is so high for Team Liquid, pretty much copy pasta from last game, and yes, as I said, Uther is coming out, and this time they rounded up with a Malfurion, so why not?
Yeah, once again, we have the same two healers for that Illidan, and I feel that the double healer is even stronger on this map with that, with the different shrine temple fights that happen. Malfurion with that healing ward, with that tranquility, just really good at that kind of sustain on top of the temples. So, once again, similar compositions coming out, although Gamers2 did snag that ETC away from Team Liquid.
Yep, definitely, and well, to be honest, I'm still kind of buffer that like Gamers2 just accepted that way, letting the Uther through, not banning the Illidan. I'm not really sure. Maybe it's really just my lacking experience in comparison to like pro players or people that analyze the scene for over a year now. But I consider Kerrigan not as strong as Illidan, and I'm not really sure if El Nexo or Team Liquid now is so known for their Kerrigan. So that was the first thing that baffled me. The Uther now not blocking him, I'm not really sure. So I really hope Gamers2 they know what they do. It seems like they know what they do because they draft a straight line pretty much. Now something new comes out actually. It's a Rega. How many Regas did we have today in our games? Is this the first one? No, the second one.
This might be one of the first, maybe the second. I have a couple things I want to discuss here, though. I really thought Gamers2 were kind of saving Brightwing. It did do some decent work in the last game, but it's gonna be that Rhaegar pick here. And one thing I wanted to mention about that Kerrigan ban, Black's Corp being one of the most talented melee assassin players in all of Europe. His Illidan, his Kerrigan, and his Zeratul all very, very strong. But
But that's the
Again,
question. Like, if he has a strong Illidan and a strong Kerrigan, if you put them, let's say, both on the same skill level, what would you ban? A Illidan or a Kerrigan?
oh, I would definitely get rid of that Illidan, especially.
See?
I mean,
That's what
look
I
at
mean.
they're Illidan has to be the strongest of the three, I feel, and especially when you draft a comp like Uther, Malfurion, and Sergeant Hammer to go along with
Yeah.
it. So once again, Team Liquid running basically the same composition. The only big difference here is going to be that Tyrael, but Tyrael Illidan, a fearsome engage combo as well. Like I said, we have been seeing this in the China, in the Korea, in the Asia scene. Illidan Tyrael becoming very popular over there, and Team Liquid, no stranger to it as well, going to go for that Tyrael Illidan. And a final pick onto Zeratul from Gamers2. So
Yeah.
I have to imagine they're going to try to use this Void Prison to separate their frontliners and go for a quick burst down onto either Tyrael or Illidan.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the Tyria we saw today, if I'm not mistaken, was it even on the spider map? Well, I wouldn't put my finger on it, but the Tyria we saw today, I have him not in a good memory because he was a lot squishier than I thought compared to other tanks, obviously. And I mean, he has his mobility, but it doesn't really help you if you're stunned to death. The Zeratul, I mean, all the Zeratuls today made kind of a good impression. We had the right-click Zeratul, as you call it. We had the caster Zeratul, also a name given by you, pretty much. And I'm curious what we see here. I mean, Void Prism, if you get the Uther and the Malfurion in there, then that's pretty much your window to just nuking down that Illidan, and from there on the entire cookie will crumble for Team Liquid. But if that's happening, I'm not really sure. That's the problem. Right-click Zeratul, also interesting against Sergeant Hammer, for example, because once that rocket boost and everything is out and the knockback, then you can actually get him pretty easily. But then again, we saw the other Zeratools dying also really fast in the other team fights. So I'm not really sure where I am with this draft.
Well,
I
I
wouldn't
have to
put my
say-
finger on Liquid, by the way. Like, if I really have to make a guess.
Yeah, I mean, Gamers2 is going to have to execute some really nice fights. It's like we were talking about the melee versus the caster Zeratul. I have to feel that Team Liquid is just way too well equipped to deal with any kind of melee Zeratul shenanigans. It's going to have to be that Void Prison, and that Void Prison, it is imperative that it lands on Uther, because Uther is going to be the key to keeping Illidan and or Tyrael alive from that kind of zoning of the Void Prison. If he's able to get Divine Shield off, Illidan or Tyrael are going to just be unhindered in their aggression against Gamers2, and Gamers2 really wants to kill off one of those targets, and Divine Shield can really put hampering on their playstyle.
Yep, and as fast as the other games were, when it comes to lobby and everything, I love those guys. They're really, really cool. But Nick, you left the lobby. Now you joined the lobby. What are you doing?
There was a little misclick, I'm sorry.
Okay, so if anyone wants to complain about delayed games, Nick is the guy you go to.
Yep, finally. Well, I guess I made a couple mistakes. I went to the washroom real fast and missed the start of the draft, but I'm back. I'm ready. I cannot wait to get into this game, and we have it starting now. Sky Temple, it's Team Liquid up 1-0 against Gamers2.
Yep, and there we go. We are loading in Sky Temple. Today we actually saw a very, very nice match on Sky Temple where both teams played very, very strategically around the temple, sometimes giving the temple to the other team and going for siege damage instead, and it sort of panned out. Sometimes it kind of backfired. Let's see. I mean, both of these teams are, when it comes to execution, very, very versatile and very versed anyway. So I just have to check if everything's alright with my overlays. Gamers2 on the left, Liquid on the right, and of course we have to give 1 point to Gryffindor. No, to Team Liquid. Oh, that was another bad one. Sham2, where are you? Either way, going for a fast introduction because this time we have the time. Nika here playing now that... Have fun, boys. Yeah, playing that Savannah as we have Leah from Korea on the Rega. Then ADRD from Cigar to Jaina. In the mid we're gonna have Joey playing the Zeratul, and of course the guy who pretty much takes all the big work when it comes to decays and garden terrors and whatnot, Suchu on the ETC. And now top, do we see the first fight here? I don't think so. Lucifer on the Tyrael just going back. We have Vortex, Falcon and of course the Malfurion here on Cran PKT or Cran Point, whatever that actually is abbreviation for. And the last one, Black Scorp, the guy you praised so highly on a melee hero, this time here on a Illidan in the bottom lane. And I think either you're gone or you have your microphone muted.
Yeah, my mic was muted. Yeah, Black Scorp, a very, very strong melee assassin player, and we do have the tri-lane in top here with the Sylvanas. Very, very typical on Sky Temple to have that tri-lane with the Sylvanas, putting a lot of pressure into that top base from Team Liquid.
Yep, and I love what the Illidan is doing at the moment, just saying hello to the ETC, forcing him to actually use the guitar solo and just counter-heal it. But the problem about the ETC is, I mean, the obvious reasons, he doesn't have too much of a mana pool, so the more you force him into using it, the more he gets in trouble. Now we have the first temple spawning top. It's quite insane what they do at the moment, like, with the Sylvanas power, they managed to get that tower already, like, on 50% HP almost just a minute into the game. But now the question is now temples. How does that turn out? We have Tyrell in position and claiming at least that one temple, and I think support is coming out their way as well. It looks like a 50-50 split at the moment on the temples.
Well, once again, we do have that strong pushing lane in top we've seen before from Sylvanas, and that means the top temple is easily going to be theirs as they're able to snipe off a couple more buildings here, and Team Liquid going to be content to go for that middle shrine, knowing that the push is so very strong in top lane that they would be hard pressed to take.
This. Nah, never mind. The Zeratul like actually got pretty close to Lucifron, but they're getting a heal and his own shield that just did the trick. But what they do in top, I definitely like it. I mean, they claim the temple. Gregor can solo it easily. In the meantime, we have Sylvanas and Jaina pushing. Look at that keep. The keep is pretty much gone. We're 2 minutes into the game, and wow, this is just a lot of pushing power coming their way. But maybe now they want to just interrupt this. Tyrell claiming the watchtower, just getting some vision on it, but yeah, Rhaegar is already on the spot.
Black Scorp in a little bit of trouble in bottom here. Looks like he might die here. An amazing juke there from him, and he's mounting up. Will he get away? It's looking not like it's going to be the case, but so much time being bought here by Black Scorp. Such nice delay, but in the end, he's going to pay with his life there. Really, really nice try there to stay alive, though.
Oh, maybe top. We see the next kill there. Oh, Falcon, rocket boost. Come on, launch it. But no, it's not really happening. Now Sylvanas, well, still having enough mana, but no, is going down. And Tyrell coming in. They actually claim both of the kills. What an amazing intervention there by Tyrell. He wasn't even on my radar for a second there, but he just came in there and a drive-by shooting, really gangster style on that poor Jaina. Jaina thought she made it out, but quite the contrary. So, well, they sacrifice their Illidan, lose a keep, but at least they get a revenge on 2 of them.
Yeah, and Team Liquid being the first one to hit this level 7 mark. What are we seeing here? We do have that call down mule that is so coveted on this map, going to help. But we do have Lucifron in a little bit of trouble here, but he's able to get out. Zeratul doing quite considerable damage to him, and we have some Siege Giants pushing into the bottom lane.
And top, look at top. We have again, I mean, Sky Temple is mule map, pretty much. Like, you have to have a mule, you have to get it, and it's healing. Like, they wanted to intervene, they wanted to get in. Sylvanas and Jaina just kill it through the mule, just finish all the work the mule is doing. But at the moment, they got repelled, and I'm not sure if they can keep this up. We have 1 temple spawning, obviously, it's now at the bottom temple. If they leave to claim this temple, then top will definitely fall to Sylvanas and Jaina, that's for sure. Now the question is what they're gonna do.
Yeah, and we do have the Siege Giants out now for Gamers2, and Joey trying to do a little bit of damage to Vortex, the Uther of Team Liquid here, but it looks like Gamers2 really want to push the issue in top. They want to get that fort down, but Team Liquid coming down, taking the bottom shrine, knowing that Gamers2 doesn't have all their members here, so it's going to be an easy pickup at the moment for them.
But is this really worth it? Because look at it, the keep is soon to be full HP, and against Sergeant Hammer they're actually losing more HP than the Sergeant Hammer as such, so they're going to take an entire temple for granted, like lose their tier 1 towers in the bottom lane, and they're not even achieving anything. Sure, they get now the Sergeant Hammer, which I miss on camera, but it's still not ending up in that keep. And, well, they even Malfurion just saying hello, but where's the mule cooldown? They should be soon up again, which means that keep is just gonna stand.
Yeah, and Team Liquid actually going for that bottom port, doing what Gamers2 could not do in the top. Falcon, really, really nice Sergeant Hammer play to defend that from the Sylvanas and the Jaina, but Zeratul did end up diving him, getting the kill, but we did have Grand Paquete coming up to deal with the threat, and yeah, that top port is going to stay alive there for Team Liquid. So really, really nice plays by Team Liquid here, and they're going to be the first to hit level 10 with a little bit of an experience lead as well.
Yep, pretty much, like level 10 and 10.5 there on, of course, Team Liquid side. Well, they're both ready to fight. That half level won't make too much of a difference right now, but as I said, this trade, this push top, it just didn't work out. An entire temple was sacrificed forward, and after the temple they even lost their keep. So Gamers2, they find themselves 6 minutes into the game, pretty much in the same position they did last game. Like an early game disadvantage, which is slowly building up for Team Liquid. They have to see if this time they can stop it.
Yeah, and it looks like Gamers2 trying to converge onto that hammer, but Uther are going to zone them out just a little bit. And we have ETC in the bottom, ready to stage dive if anything were to begin here. But both teams just posturing still, and Team Liquid dealing with the bruisers coming out there from Gamers2. But Team Liquid kind of heading towards bottom again, Illidan wanting to get some soak in, and we have Zeratul kind of looking around here, maybe looking for a pick onto Illidan.
Yep, and Gamers2, they need to start also get rid of the tier 1 buildings of Liquid, because at the moment everything you chase could still hide behind those tier 1 walls and gates and everything, and this is really bad. The mule at the moment, like I wish there were explicit stats on how much healing a mule has done, but oh Dyril in trouble here. He has something to leave away there. He's healed, a new shield. Uther also doing his part, so that doesn't end in a kill, but it's right before temple. Maybe that's a good start for Gamers2 at the moment. They get the initial hits of the tempo, but in the end, nope, that doesn't really work out. Bottom, in theory, Illidan can solo that tempo, and top also claimed by Team Liquid. This is not looking good for Gamers2 right now.
In Gamers2 was actually, it was almost a nice pick-off by Joey onto Lucifron. Zeratul, Joey does have that Vorpal Blade and the Searing Attacks, but hold that thought, we do have Gamers2 stage diving in here.
Yeah, but it only hit one. It only hit one. There's the Metamorphosis, and that hits 3. Now all the damage is coming here. Illidan going completely ham, but is there the turnaround? Illidan, really low HP, no evasion up, but no, they just don't have the burst damage. ETC is the first one, and probably the last one to go down. This is it. The temple is 100% going for Liquid, and I think the next one as well, because 20 seconds, it's enough time to go bottom. They're on the way to just take the Ogres, or actually, we agreed not calling them ogres here, right? Because they're like
they're more like stone
statues.
golems or something like that in my mind.
Yeah.
But we do have a kind of weird build from the Zeratul here. He is kind of going for a regen master Vorpal Blade Searing Attack, so kind of a melee build, but also has that Void Prison as well. Not a full melee build, kind of a variation on it. The Void Prison not really able to do too much work there, and Team Liquid just cleaning up the team fight with that Divine Shield, just keeping them alive, and the double support, just so very strong. And we do have Gamers2 finally hitting that level 13
they're
mark.
split up. What a judgment, directly in there, but Ancestor healing this time, really good. Jaina, not going pursuit, but the problem is, well, Sishu also really low. That's not what your tank should be, Tyrell. Just popping in there, shield, some healing, and they're completely retreating, but the problem is you can't really run from Illidan there. Jaina being slowed down, Metamorphosis, now the next target being ETC. Well, he has to be careful, Illidan, don't dive too deep, but their next evasion is up, and of course that's the second target to get. Do they fall back to the tempo or just keep on pushing here? I think the tempo or the boss it is. Sure, they can take it. I mean, this is a 5-on-3 situation. The 20 seconds downtime, it should be enough to claim the boss, and they have enough healing, especially while Fury over time, that it should do the trick. What a nice fight for Team Liquid.
Yeah, they were winning the fight even before Metamorphosis casted, and it was finally used to ensure that double kill onto the heroes of Gamers2. And yeah, that's going to be a boss there for Team Liquid, and now Gamers2 are going to have to deal with this boss, while Team Liquid is going to be free to take this bottom temple. And we also have Black's Corp knowing that Gamers2 is on the back foot. He's getting really greedy here, but he's able to do it. He's able to get this bruiser camp out. So really nice play by Black Scarf here to go up for the bruiser camp.
Yep, and we're pretty much, like, to be honest, it feels like a mirror match. Besides the tempo, I mean, that tempo was the death of, or, okay, you can't really say death for something that's non-living, but the destruction of that top keep. It was the last outer keep, tower, building, whatsoever that's left. Everything else from now on goes directly into the base structures. It really starts to hurt. Once those T3 towers are going down, we have the problem of the keeps actually getting hit, and then it becomes, yeah, a bad stand for Gamers2. Not to mention now level 16 for Team Liquid. A new set of talents are coming out, 2 levels behind, pretty much what we had in the previous game. The question is now Gamers2 making a sudden strike, going in, but no, they were discovered. Easy vision there, of course, and yeah, they have to go back and just do the normal base defense.
Yeah, fortunately for Gamers2, there isn't really any pressing objectives currently on the map because they are at that talent disadvantage, so they really do not want to fight. But I feel like they should not be grouped up as much as they are. They need to get some of that soak that's available in the bottom lane for them, and Team Liquid just content to back off, get some more mercenaries out. They're going to be able to steal the Giants here of Gamers2. Gamers2 are not going to be able to contest with only level 15, so they're going to pick off these Giants and then grab their own Giants as well.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, just paint the entire map red. The only reason the top cruiser camp didn't go their way was because Rhaegar did that nice little, yeah, split sneak kill on the cruiser camp. But now this is, I really feel like this is now the deciding point of this game, because with 2 times, of course, those Giants pushing bottom lane, like, someone has to kill them, but at the same time the temples are going on now. Zeratul has been spotted, and Liquid. Now the question is, they want to go for a kill or they want to go to dominate the temples? If they get both temples through, this is at least a keep down.
Yeah, and Gamers2 just trying to get that little bit experience left until that level 16, and we do have ETC from Gamers2 here kind of pushing his way onto the shrine, trying to deny any of the shots. Now Gamers2 at that level 16 mark, they need to take a good fight here. They're just too much on the back foot to really lose another fight.
Yep, at the moment it's just a bit forth and back, just claiming here, 2 shots there, 3 shots, nothing really fully committed on the temples. It all converges here on that mid-temple, 5 versus 5 situation, but we saw the other clump fights where it was a huge cluster fun, and, well, it's heading that way again. Like, someone just has to have the jewels, pretty much. No, we're not on Spider Map, but someone has to engage and claim this. Otherwise, this is just a slow tempo. But there it is. There's the stage dive, but it just hits one and instant knockback in the meantime. They just go for another target, but Illidan is blown apart. Void Prison coming out on 2, and now the question is, can they capitalize on it? 2 really low now. Uther run, but oh, he's invincible right there. ETC going down. Maybe not the best target to focus. So it's a 1-1 trade so far. Everything is still open. What they need is now a follow-up kill, and Gamers2 might be back in this game, but it doesn't really look like it. It's just 2 kills, and then we go from there. Oh! Zeratul being stunned, not enough burst damage right there, but, well, mana, HP, everything is low. The only healthy guy there is pretty much the Sergeant Hammer. The tempo, at least the majority of the shots, went to Team Liquid. Everybody is sip of the well and heading north. That's pretty much what's going to happen next, and at least that 2-level advantage burned down to like 1, but Team Liquid still the upper hand.
Yeah, we did see Joey on that melee Zeratul trying to just take out that Malfurion, but just not enough damage going down onto him. He had quite a nice Void Prison there, and they were able to pick off Illidan, but not the Malfurion.
Look at this. This might be the difference. Illidan way earlier than the ETC into this fight, and now look at all the damage. This is only a Illidan and some napalm. Zeratul being stunned, just kept out of this fight. Well, this is a choke point. Maybe not the best one for Liquid, but they got, like, how much of that temple is down? More than half of the temple is already down. They can go back and just claim the rest of it. Even grab that XP, they have enough damage right now. I think Gamers2, they might want to go, yeah, split push, mid keep, or bruiser camp, something. But now look at it, all the tier 3 buildings are pretty much down. When we look at this map here, only bottom 1 tower remains. So everything from now on goes into the keeps, and it starts to hurt Gamers2 for real.
Yeah, Team Liquid not even killing any of the heroes in that top temple fight, just forcing them back, winning the fight, and thus winning the temple that way. And Gamers2, what can they do? They went for that mid push to get any kind of advantage they can, and the race to level 20 is really, really nice there for Team Liquid.
Look at Rigger. He's trying to hide, but the fat cow is already standing on that small little patch. And oh, Tyrael, there might be the stun. If they burst him down really, really fast. No, it's not enough on the skin of his teeth, but they used the Void Prison for it, not for the healers or anything else there. So Tyrael, he's gonna survive, and Illidan is just clearing the way. This is really bad news. Like, now all those heroic abilities to spend on it are down, which means if they retreat, they will pretty much give a free boss. We also have to look at top. There is a Perusa camp marching forward to a keep that is, oh my god, this is like, what, 30% HP. Sure, Rigger will try his best there, but I think this one is gone, and there's the boss granted now for Team Liquid. It was a good try though, but
yeah, that divine shield coming out from Vortex onto his brother Lucifron, so very clutch. Lucifron so very low on HP, and then kind of a misfortune for Gamers2. The Void Prison did go down, but it blocked the Wailing Arrow from Gamers2, so Tyrael was able to get away at the cost of 2 heroic abilities for 1.
Yeah.
And yeah, just another great situation for Team Liquid, able to get that boss out, able to get those Siege Giants pushing into that bottom lane, and just as the temples are spawning, and Team Liquid is going to hit that level 20 as well.
Well, the Bruiser Camp top here will do some damage, but who cares? We have a Mule, so that's not really doing anything. And after they clear this, they're probably gonna go for that bottom temple, and there everything is gonna head into the keeps. So this boss actually not reaching the keep, so they did a good job and damage. So they did a good job on the damage on the boss. That's what I wanted to say. But yeah, the bottom temple, like by the time they go to this bottom temple, it's half charges or less, so this damage is already, yeah, they acknowledge that already.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to have to sacrifice this temple again. They need level 20, and fortunately for Gamers2, there's only 1 temple right now, but it looks like ETC is posturing for a fight.
Oh, it really looks like, but Zeratul is pretty late as well as Rigger, but, well, they're going in at the moment. It's just a little standoff, and of course all the charges of the temples are pretty much done already, so that's not the point of it, but the point could be a nice fight. But ETC, rooted, stun, everything, Napalm Strike, and look at this, oh, perfect Void Prison with the entrance, so what a nice timing. The Wailing Arrow, oh, the timing was off, nobody silenced, nobody got damage, they're going in, they're really, really trying hard. Sylvanas, oh, Black Scorp, what a beast. What a beast on this Illidan, and now they're going for the second one. More than a minute out on those 2, and they're gonna pursue the next ones. ETC, he stage dived actually out of it to a RD, I wanted to say, is going down as well. It's a 2 versus 5 stand here. If they go for core, which is very likely, this is the end.
Yeah, I feel that Gamers2 made a little bit of a misplay there. They only had to deal with 1 temple. They could have kind of just sacrifice that temple and go for a level 20 versus level 20 team fight, but just being a little bit too overeager there, going for the 19 versus 20 team fight, and just getting absolutely demolished.
Like, I don't know, Gamers2, a team I remember as very strong, as very well executed in all of their strategies. Some calls, as I said, I'm a Heroes of the Storm noob, and I'm not even denying it, but I just didn't understand that last call, the last decision especially, when it comes to the temple, because we looked at a temple that was more than 50% depleted, so you're not going there for the damage. You have a stand in experience of 19.5 to 21 something, right? So you're fighting without your level 20 talents over a temple that is, sure, at a choke point, which might give you an advantage there, but pretty much for nothing. So giving that fight away ends up in a loss for sure. So why not just give in the temple to Liquid and then hope for that level 22 to 20 fight, which has higher chances of success due to talents. That's what I don't understand.
It wasn't even level 22. I mean, I think they were only on 21 at the most there, and the middle keep, actually, believe it or not, did survive, so they would have been on 2 keeps still and able to take a level 20 versus level 20
Yeah.
team, or level 20 tier versus level 20 tier team fight. So I feel like that was a major misplay. I mean, Gamers2, they really were on the back foot, but still, you have to make these decisions, and that's how you make comebacks. You have to make smart decisions, and I just feel that they should not have gone for that temple there.
Yeah, I think this tempo really broke their neck, and it was a absolutely unexpected fast series. Like, I praised this as a very, very close series, but Liquid actually dominated them by execution. I mean, we saw it from that. It started really bad for Gamers2 already with that first little slip they had on a DK, and then 5 other DKs followed, and just ending up in a Napalm Strike plus other slow siege tools, and Team Liquid just made their way. Here on Sky Temple we had a similar story, some calls which, as I said, I personally don't understand, but that might be just because I'm bad, but I don't know, I just didn't get it. But I mean, it's not the end for Gamers2. They're getting catapulted into the loser bracket, while Team Liquid moves on, which means they gonna meet Na'Vi now in the round 3 of the winner bracket. And for those who wonder, yes, we're gonna play it now, and yes, all the rest will happen tomorrow. So tomorrow at 14 CEST we start again, and it will start with yeah, this is Gamers2 versus SK Gaming, Stigma versus Dignitas. They work their way through the loser bracket, and then we have to find out who's our first finalist, which we find out today. And then tomorrow the loser bracket is going to play to end, plus the finals at the very end, best of 5. So hang in there, guys. I hope we just make a small break. I'm going to ask the admins and the Orga if we can somehow get this game earlier. Since this was a really fast series, I don't want to wait 50 minutes for the 22 CET schedule. If Na'Vi and Team Liquid can play right now, I don't see a reason why we can't do it. So hang in there, and we are coming back in hopefully just a bit.
Yeah, stay tuned, guys.